Hello everybody during the music community. This is Mike or Soldier777, and I figured to show you another collection video of one of my favorite bands, which is Saint. Saint started out in around '83 underneath the name Saint. Prior to that, for a couple of few years, they were called Gentiles. So I believe since around '83 they changed the name to Saint, and of course since then they started putting out music. Um, and a lot of lyrical content, or some of the lyrical content of Saint, tend to be futuristic or apocalyptic metal, or songs about the end times, with Saint being a Christian band. Of course, myself being leans towards dispensationalists. One of my favorite topics of interest is Bible prophecy or end times. So Saint's lyrics is right up my alley in terms of when they speak about the tribulation or the future, that kind of thing. Um, Speaking of the end times, I think we're near the end times. This whole thing regarding the COVID vaccine, some think this could be a prerequisite to the mark of the beast, where this vaccine has certain things that could affect you biologically, and now with Bill Gates promoting this bio tattoo, which the patent number is 060606 or 666 mark of the beast. And this bio tattoo is almost got teeth, which when it's applied to the person, it has teeth like this, and it's put on as microscopic teeth that you put on to the person. And they're saying that a lot of Christian theologians are saying that this could be the actual mark of the beast that's implemented in the middle of the tribulation period. But anyway, who knows? Well, and also too, like I said before, the patent number is 060606 or 666. So maybe it might be the mark of the beast. Who knows? We won't know until, of course, if for those who believe it's pre-trib rapture and are ready to go up in before all this starts, the tribulation, we won't be here to experience that. But anyway, just as a side note to what the whole point of this video is. So I'm going to start off by showing some merchandise of the band that I received. And as I mentioned in the prior video, I obtained some records from their bass player, Richard Lynch, who's a great guy to deal with. He sent me some records, and he sent me a record I already had, which is In a Battle. So I sent off a quick email to him stating that he sent me the wrong record, and I ordered the newest one on vinyl, the Calf. And he said, well, keep that and I'll send you another one. So I also got that in the mail as well. So let's get right to it. So here we have Saint, the Saint pin, which I thought was really cool. It's got the logo, which is similar to the one on the new album, The Calf. Also got some Saint guitar picks, which is signed by Richard Lynch and Josh Kramer. Here you go. And these two picks as well. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that too, is that when I was in Costco with my wife, pick up some groceries. There a while back there, I think it was a summer. Anyway, so Richard had reached me on Messenger, and I think at that time we were negotiating how to get those records shipped to me. And I think he happened to say at the time that Josh has come over to the house. And I thought, man, this is awesome. I said, if you don't mind, would you be able to sign the stuff you're sending to me? So lo and behold, they did. So I'm going to show that to you as well. So not only that, I also got this really cool Saint postcard, or a little card there, with Richard and Josh's signature. So I thought it was really cool. It's one of my favorite pictures of Saint, by the way. That's really cool. So also with the records, I also have the Time's End record. Here you go, have it. That's the original pure metal release. There you have it. Awesome. And here's a pure metal label there on the record there. Here you have Time's End, another great album, and lots of great tunes on this one. I really like this album. And the cool pictures of guys in the back there. And of course, we have In the Battle. There you have it. Here's the limited run vinyl version of Time's End. And design color vinyl, of course, the reddish vinyl. With the back was the same as the original. Pretty cool. And of course, we have Time's End. And it was on blue vinyl. And of course, the back of the album is like this, a little bit different from the original. I think it was doing in a second. Trying to see if the back is the same as the original. Maybe they changed it a bit. 1 second. Nope, yeah, it is a bit different, huh? The picture in the original is at the scared on the whole back there, but on the new version, yeah, the picture's put towards the top, and got the signs at the bottom. Of course, it's signed by the guys in Saint as well, Richard and Josh. So that's pretty cool. It's great to have those signatures. Of course, Richard being one of my favorite bass players and Josh being one of my favorite vocalists. It's awesome to get their signatures. There you have it. And the Saint one is signed as well. In the back somewhere, right here. Just if you see it there. 1 second now. It's signed right here, see? The two guys from Saint there. That's awesome. Oh yeah, and here's the collage that Scott Waters created. When Scott Waters does the different albums he's involved with, he always puts all kinds of collages. I love those collages. It's awesome. So that's great to have in my collection there. And as you may know, when it comes to Saints and the music, you can't go around with them. I'm a big fan of that classic metal, that power metal style of music. Really great. So, all right, 1 second now. So get this all straightened away. I think I got my insert playing around. 1 second. I think that's right. There you have the red vinyl there. Really cool. I love that color. It's awesome. And of course, here's In the Battle. Another copy, which is what Richard sent me. It's signed by them as well. Great picture of the band on the back there. It's signed by the boys there. By the way, yeah, pretty cool. In the Battle, see? Awesome, awesome. Another great album. Of course, then we have The Calf. There's also, which is also another great album, or new album from Saint. Or, not another new album, but a decent album from Saint. And this features a different lead singer, which his name escapes me right now. But the singer reminds me of the guy from the most latest singer from Accept. Got that kind of same kind of vocal style. There you have it. So this is on amber vinyl, so really good to have this in my collection. So now we get to the CDs. So, and I have quite a few to show you. Now, just to mention too, along with this, what I just said, is I got into Saint back during the Time's End period. I had Time's End and Warriors of the Sun on cassette. And when I first got into Christian hard rock and rock and metal, I think of it as waves in terms of certain points in my past where I got certain bands. So as I said before, the first wave or group of bands that I got into was Petra, Res Band, Jerusalem Saint. I'm sorry. Petra, Res, the Hand Band, Striper, and Jerusalem. That was the first bunch of bands I got into. That was from around 85, 86 period. Then from 86, 87, it was Bloodgood, Barren Cross, Messiah Prophet, and Saint. So then it was that group of bands in 86, 87 period. And Whiteheart. Now, I was aware of Whiteheart before 86 or whatever case, because I remember getting in the fall of '86 and bought the third cassette, third album, The Way for Movie. I was aware of Whiteheart, but these other bands, that was when I first heard of these bands, was back in that period, '86, '87. So I went out and either taped off their music, or went out and bought their music, and then take them off and eventually bought them down the road in the future, like down the road, months or a couple years later on. So, and I remember having the first two Saint cassettes, Words of the Sun and Time's End. Let's get right to it. So here we have Words of the Sun, which is 2011 retroactive version. It's a digipack. Got the original 6 songs, and here's the inside with the lyrics and everything. So it's great to have in my collection. And like I said, my 2 top songs on this one is Words of the Sun and The Cards of Fate. Very, very cool tunes. I also have the gold edition of Time's End, which I recently acquired, and I explained it in the previous video. I mean, this is a great album. This is a great power metal, classic metal songs. I mean, just every song's album is good. Like Through You, Time's End, Prominent Radio Destroyers, Steel Killer, Phantom of the Galaxy. Tons of great tunes in this one. Then we have Too Late for Living, another awesome album. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, this is just, for me, is top of the game for classic metal in general. I mean, you got like On the Street, The War Is Over, Too Late for Living, Star Pilot, The Rock. I mean, kick around with some of the stuff. Now, as I said, I had the first 2 cassettes back in around back in mid-80s, '86. Now, I got back in the Saint 20 years later, back in 2006. And the first 2 CDs I got from them back around 2006 was The Collection and In a Battle. The original In a Battle with the guys in the front there with the bomb going off in the back there. So this is a collection I got. So this is when I got back in the Saint, this is one of the first purchases I made. And it's got like the first 4 albums. It was Words of the Sun, Time's End, Too Late for Living, and The Perfect Life. And this is the only version of Perfect Life that I got, is this one. And so when I bought this back in the day, I knew eventually I would go back and purchase this first 3 as standalone CDs. That was my goal back at that time. And even though I bought those other albums, I kept this one because it had Perfect Life. So, and that's why I decided to keep this one. So here we have the double CD set. It's almost like it's a compilation. And of course, it's got a great picture synced in one of my favorite pics of the band, right there, looking all like metal, like there. And the insert. Now, with the inserts from the Scott did on the collages, I think this one has some other pictures that wasn't in the original collage. So here's some pictures inside with the thing there. So it's great to have all these different pictures of the different eras from the first few years of Saint, couple years Saint. And of course it's got the all the song listings from their albums here too, see? So there you have it. So like I said, it's a great to see my collection. I bought this back in the day for like $20 US. And I think I've seen on eBay for like $60. So this is kind of an out of print rare thing to have. So I don't think I'm going to be part with this album. I'm going to keep this as a collectible with my collection. And then we have, of course, In a Battle, which got the Digipack CD version, which is another great album, as I said before. It's got all the lyrics there and all the CD there. So there you have it. Great to have this in my collection. And this came out in 2004, by the way. And Time's End came out in '86, and Too Late for Living '88, and Perfect Life back in 1999, and Words of the Sun back in '84. So there you have it. And of course, with In a Battle being out, as you may know, back in the day, Saint did a few dates back then to promote the album. So here we have Saint Live 05. So sort of different picture of the band, that kind of thing. I think the insert might put more picture too inside. Let's see. No, just basically the lyrics and or sorry, the song titles and who plays in the album. But yeah, so this is a CD, of course, and it's got songs from their 3 or 4 albums prior, like Sacrifice, Vickers, In the Battle, Holy Roan, The Path, In the Night, Where's the Sun, Here We Are, Too Late for Living, Prime and Ready, Riders, Full Armor, and Plan 2. Excuse me. So these are all songs from their first, from Warriors, Times In, Too Late for Living, and In the Battle. So there you have it. Of course, Saint being who they are, they came out with a concept album called The Mark. So the original version of Mark on, I believe, on Josh's independent label, Armor Records. And here's the inside there. And what they did a couple years later, this originally came out in 2006, by the way. In the Battle was came out in 2004. And what they did, of course, being what they did with Retroactive Records, they started putting a enhanced or a different version of the Mark called the Revelation. They got the same songs, but remixed differently, or remastered, I guess. So it's kind of got that book look to the album, with the lyrics to the songs in the book fashion. So there you have it. Kind of cool. So this came out in 2011, I believe, or 2010, somewhere around there. Also, we have Saint, Crime Scene Earth. Now, for some reason, when they originally did the album, Josh Kramer couldn't sing on the album. So what he did, I think he sang on a couple songs, 2 or 3 songs, and Richard sang on the rest of the songs. So here you have the crucifixion of Christ and the cross, which I think is a pretty good picture. I'd like to see this done on a big poster. That'd be awesome. And Crime Scene Earth, and of course there's the band inside there. So let me just pop this out for a second. There you have the lyrics inside, and here you have the other side of the jacket there. And this album here, I got mixed feelings about this album. Like, I do like probably 60% of the album, or 60-70%. The rest is sort of okay to me. I'm not sure. I think this has sort of got mixed reviews for a lot of fans. I think they prefer the other albums more. But like I said, I mean, here's the here's the remixed version or enhanced version of the album, Crime Scene 2.0. Of course, that's Leslie Scott Waters' hand there, and here's his wristband. And of course, I think that's on his Simmer Band's on his Low Life Metal logo. There you have it. And here's the, like I said, there's the artwork there and that kind of thing. So there you have it. Crime Scene Earth 2.0. And this came out in 2008, I think. 2009, a year later. This originally came out in 2008. So there you have it. Also, we have, I thought it was a really good album. This is Hellblade, which is a great album. I think this one seemed to be slightly more popular than the couple before this one. I think a lot of people really like this album. I think it's got great reviews. But here's the inside there. There you have it. And I think it's got lyrics to it. We'll do it now. Yeah, you got lyrics here too, right here. I listened to this in a while, but I do remember this being a great album. There you have it, overall. I would put this probably a 7 or 8 out of 10. And for different reasons, later on in the early 2010s, for whatever reason, I think due to Josh Kramer relocating, he started to bow out from Saint around this time period of Desperate Night. There's also got a lot of great songs on this one, and I got the autograph of different members of the band here as well. But he started leaving the band at this point in time, and he did some vocals on most of the songs. And here's where he introduced their singer, which his name is Brian Phil Miller. He sang in, I believe, 1 or 2 songs on this album. So this is so Josh sang on most of the album, and Brian sang on a couple of songs in this one, I believe, or one or two songs. So Crime Scene, Desperate Night, that's the next album. Then this is the album that Brian sang all the songs on. So this is called Browse the Gate. This came in 2014. And here's the inside there. There's some great songs in this one as well. So there you have it. And also, what I also got is a retroactive version of A Word of the Sun. Here you have it here, with two songs added: "The Killers and Destroyers" and "A Reaper." There you have it. So they turned the 6-song EP into an 8-song album, which is considered a full-length album. So there you have it. And of course, Stripe did the similar thing with Young Black Attack. They made that into an 8-song album. So there you have it. So this is Word of the Sun. And as you may know, Saint took a bit of a break there after 89-90 and regrouped around late 1990s and did A Perfect Life in 99. Then took a little bit of a break and regrouped around 2003. And that's when he started recording more music with In a Battle in 2004. And then they after the Browse the Gate album, I believe, I'm not sure they took a break or not, or maybe it just took a long time to record the next album. But finally in 2020, early 2020, they put the Calf. So after about a 5 or 6 year gap, they put out the Calf, and like I said, it's a great album there, and that's the most recent one. So there you have it. Great to have this in my collection, and to do justice with the band, the new singer is Dave Nelson. So he's a new lead singer with the band currently, unless things change, they pick another lead singer. But he's the one that to me sounds like the guy in Accept, the most recent singer of Accept. So there you have it, folks. This is my my collection of Saint music, and my history with the band, and my interactions with the band too, with in recent past couple months with or a few months, I should say, with Richard Lynch. So highly recommend this band. You also have a website called saintsite.com where you can pick up different merchandise and music and that kind of thing. So be sure you head over there to support the band. I'm sure they need your support. And I also heard in the last week or two that they're putting a new album. So I guess I'm looking forward to that too, from these guys. And in my ranking of bands, I think they're my number 3 band. With Striper and Pelletary, and then Saint, and then Petra. So I think Saint is my top 5 favorite bands of all time. So yeah. So anyway, folks, that's all for now. Have a great day, and all the best. Bye now.